today I decided that I just want to talk with somebody and do a little stitch along. So I'm going to be working on V is for Valentine, which is my, whatever you want to call it, the February start, or one has set a crazy schedule oneself, but it is by Heartstring Samplery. So today we're going to stitch on this. I know I won't get it done before Valentine's Day. I don't think I will, but who knows? Valentine's Day is later this week. But this video, with the way Wi-Fi is going, won't be uploaded till probably later this week. So even if I got it done, you wouldn't see it finished unless you follow me on Instagram. So that's what we're doing today. We're just hanging out. In a while, I'm going to go thrift shopping with a girlfriend here. I like to look for things that I can repurpose with my cross stitch. So I'm always looking for things like that. It's kind of fun. It's really fun when you find something for $1. So I have that on my agenda. It has been raining the last couple days, but today the sun is out and we're supposed to have increasingly good weather all the rest of the week, which is really awesome. And this month is going to be an exciting month because I get to go to the attic later this month down in Mesa. I'm meeting a girlfriend down there, and then I'm taking a class. Oh boy, I just love it all, you know, and I have decided that this is the one life I get. And the one thing about spending winters in Arizona is that you really see your future in the aging process, and how much fun people are just living their life because this is what they get. They're done shoveling snow. In the wintertime, they're out playing and doing things, and it is a such an awesome thing to see. So I am taking, did you see how I went all the way around? I am taking a needle felting class. Yes, at Old World Quilt Shop in Cave Creek. And I'm staying with my girlfriend Monica. And it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see my friend Phil and then Monique and Deb, who were at the Sue Spargo class. And Monique owns the Old World Quilt Shop. So it'll be fun to see her. And I've never done needle felting. And the reason I'm doing it is because it's a beehive. And that brings me to another thing I'm going to try. Whatever you do, don't tell my friend Lori, because I have decided to try my hand at punch needle. Only because, don't tell Lori, only because I saw a punch needle with the beehive, and I think I have to have it, and I can't convince anybody to make it for me. So I haven't bought any of the stuff for it, and I am not starting a punch needle roadie channel. If I do anything more, it is going to have to land on either the Stitch Roadie channel or the Quilt Roadie channel. I can't fit another thing in my bucket. But I think I might have a punch needle in my future. But we'll see how the needle felting goes, because I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to, I have no concept of that, how that. Now, my friend Kim, who she lives now part-time. I'm not sure if it's Creek or Carefree, but years 2 or 3 years ago, she made a needle felted owl for me, and I love putting that little owl out every holiday season, and so I'm anxious to give it a shot. So I'm going to do it. You know, I'm having girlfriend withdrawals in some way because I made myself an iced tea, and it reminded me of my girlfriend Nancy when we were in Monterey, and there was a shop. I think it was Monterey. There was a shop that sold this brand of what is this? Oh gosh, need my glasses. It's a Tervis glass, and she swore by it, and so I bought one, and it's a double sided, keeps your drink cold, and that's been years, and I keep using it. I have bought myself new straws, but I keep using that. I did want to show you a couple of things. One is my motto sampler for those of you that follow me on Instagram. And no, if I am really sorry, but if I can't tell who you are because your account's private and you've asked to follow my Instagram, I automatically say no, because I can't really tell if it's who it says it is, or if it's my ex-boyfriend in Ubiquitstan or someplace like that. So I'm sorry about that. But for those of you that have been following me on Instagram, you've been laboring away as I have been working on this motto sampler. And this is by Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist. And it's really, it's a journey. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey. This is not something I would normally pick to stitch. I'm kind of a prim girl, but I loved the concept of it, in that you can put any motto in the center of this beautiful frame. And now I am over halfway done with the border, so the border is a mirror image. So the bottom of this will be exactly like the top. But what I thought was, I need to stop at this point and do the motto, because I'm going to be scrunching up my stitching at the bottom to stitch the motto. And I thought, oh, I think I'll just stitch the motto I've chosen for the center of this, and then close it up with the border. So that's my plan. So you will be seeing when I get going again on Instagram, that you'll see that I've started the motto, which is way exciting. It's way exciting. Gosh, I'm picking up all kinds of threads. So that's my plan, Stan. And I also kitted up, well, I already had it kitted, but now it has its official project bag by Anna. I'm sorry. I'm Anna. She's Anna. I'll get her card. You can stop this right now and write this down, because I am not putting the links in the description box. I'm too lazy. But I've got my fabric, my threads, and my pattern. And sometime this month I am going to start this sal that the Stitching with the Sisterlies is doing right now. I'm going to be coming up the back stretch and give that sometime this month. I'm going to start this. It's Little House Needleworks Suffrage Act. And you can go on their site, Stitching with the Sisterlies, and learn all about it. There's a whole bunch of people doing it. Oh, I've already lost my, oh, there it is, lost my thread. So there's a whole bunch of people doing it, and you can see their progress. Now, I am already loving that some people have posted to my hashtag BID projects and then a heart. Projects that the BID is before I die. And that, I just think that is so funny that I saw on Floss Tube that there's a category. And so I just wanted to see what everyone had in their stash that they considered a project that they needed to get done before they died. And we're not alone. Yeah, we're not alone. I also, after watching Michelle Bendy, I need to get an Acorns and Threads license plate. Follow me to Acorns and Threads. I need a license plate frame for my car. So Janine put one in my bag. For those of you that don't know, I have a bag sitting at Acorns and Threads, and every time I think I need something, I'll email Janine to put it in that bag, which I will pick up in May. Yes, it's an exciting, I'm going to have Christmas in May. That's what I'm going to have. So I also found, when I was trying to organize everything here, because, you know, everything has to fit back in the van when we leave. And so I'm trying to organize it. And I found in one of the mailers this needle minder that I bought, and it's from Accoutrements Designs. That's on Etsy, so Google it. It's on Etsy. Accoutrement Designs, ACCOUTREMENT Designs. But I thought it was hysterical. Can you see that? It's Eat, Sleep, Stitch. Eat, Sleep, Stitch. Yeah, I needed that. So I got that. But today, let's see. What am I stitching on? I am, oh yeah, I told you already. I am stitching on V is for Valentine. And I'll show you. I am down, of course I'm not quite doing it the way the pattern said. I know there's a lot of people that like that kind of lacy look, and it's stitched one thread over two. Not quite for me, so I'm doing 2 threads over 2, which on 32 count R&R linen apple butter. I love apple butter. Yeah. And I think apple butter is vegan because it doesn't really have butter in it, does it? There must be a vegan version of apple butter. Yeah. It's an interesting life to be vegan. And we embraced the vegan lifestyle because G ended up finding out he was allergic to everything he was eating. And so when we got down to it, it was just easier because he's not allergic to anything that's vegan. I mean, there's some things he doesn't like, but it's just easier to be vegan. And if you aren't doing the vegan junk food, because my daughter-in-law, Emily, she says vegan and gluten-free, which is what G is, just means more fat, more sugar. and and if you see G and I, you can tell we're not suffering. So, but if you eat a whole food plant-based lifestyle, it is good, good for you. Now, all of the new products that are coming out, that is more politically based. And what I mean by that is that environmentally, a vegan diet is just better for the environment. You know, raising cattle takes a lot of acreage, and the meat consumption takes a lot of acreage. So there's an industry that is trying to find a way to satisfy, not so much to satisfy the vegan population as to satisfy the meat-eating population, and slowly over time you will convert the meat eaters to vegan. If you find a concoction, I'll call it, that appeals to that palate, then environmentally that will be good. But I have to tell you, now G has embraced some of the alternative meat. Let me see, where am I at? Okay, there I am. So he's embraced some of the alternative meat options. Me, not so much, and it doesn't have to do so much. I mean, I'm all for what protects our environment, and most of the oh, I did something wrong. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. How could I ever do something wrong? Okay, so what was I saying? The alternative meat is made with plants, you know, but to try to make them appeal to meat eaters, they flavor it, and so flavoring it, they put a smoke flavor in it, and I didn't like smoke flavoring when I ate meat, and I especially don't like it in alternative meats. And so I've not embraced that whole industry. I mean, there's some things that are okay. There's one alternative meat product that they sell at excuse me, Trader Joe's, that is okay, but otherwise not so much my thing. So, but we never suffer. I mean, there's always something to eat. The hard part about being vegan is that you make people uncomfortable somehow, and I don't get it. It's kind of like if you're allergic to peanuts, you don't serve your friends peanuts, you know. If you know, there's and the whole gluten-free thing. So I can always find something to eat at a restaurant. If what's sad is that sometimes you don't get invited anymore because people, or they don't want to invite you over to dinner because, you know, they it stresses them out to think what to feed you. But heck, you got a good salad on the table, build your own baked potato kind of thing. It's gonna work, you know. So there's my conversation about vegan. which I did not suffer. They had wonderful choices at Tanca Verde when I was there with Sue Spargo. It's just not the biggest variety, and so I had a couple of the burgers that they offered, and G would have loved them, but given that I don't like that smoke flavor. Even the barbecue guy was saying, I'm a meat eater, and I tried this burger and it was fantastic. So, you know, choices. You accept what people choose. I am looking forward to later this month also is the Tucson quilt show, and I have heard that it is spectacular, and one of my friends is on the board for that, and she does fabulous applique. In fact, and cross stitch. She does those mirabilia cross stitches. Wow. If you have an opportunity to go back to Quilt Roadie, go on the Quilt Roadie channel from last winter, there is a video that I did interviewing her in her Class A motorhome, and she stitches huge quilts and does intricate cross stitch, of which I feed, and hangs it in her Class A, which I love. You got to make your home wherever you're at. That's why I have things hanging in the van. And you can go watch that. I'm hoping that I find some linen or Aida cloth that I want at the Addict. I heard the last time some friends went, there wasn't quite the selection, but I'm kind of hoping that I find just to put in the stash, not for any particular project. You know, sometimes you just want to have a piece here or there. This basket is so pretty. I've been really frugal with the thread because I didn't realize when I bought it, when I kitted it up, that it was one thread over two, and I'm doing two threads, so I've been kind of on the frugal side of stitching so that I don't run out of thread, but so far I'm going to have enough. It's going to be enough. G and I were lamenting yesterday that this winter has not panned out to be quite the winter we wanted. And the main reason being that the toilet, you press a lever to flush the toilet in the van, and that broke on the way here. And then it took us almost a month to get the part and get it fixed. And so that cut out our traveling time. And I'm easily bored. And so I don't like to do the same things. I like to actually be on the road and see new scenery. I don't care whether it's out in the middle of nowhere or not. I I love seeing something I haven't seen before. And so, what did I do here? Let's see. Count here, see I've been talking 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is a line. I did something wrong. How could that be possible? Okay. Five. So that is like that. So where did I make a mistake? You know, this is, I found it. So this is a momentous moment on this channel. I have got to frog this back out. See what happens when you stitch along? Yeah, that is... Oh, man. And see, I can't just cut the thread off. I don't want to waste the thread. So are you guys excited as I am about the new charts coming out of the Nashville market? I feel for the designers, because it is, you know, being a designer is, you know, and I've seen this in the quilting world. It's no, you know, it's not an easy life, and their well is filled in terms of being creative. But that's the thing. Being creative does not necessarily translate to being organized or doing the mundane part of it. I have seen this over and over again. I mean, because in Sisters, we are surrounded by creativity. There are so many talented people in this little town. I mean, you know, Jean Wells, who is the owner of the Stitch and Post, well, she's retired, and now her daughter. But when you think about it, it's they put Little Sisters on the map with their creativity, but at the same time, you have to have this business acumen. And I'm here to tell you, Valerie has had over 40 lines of fabric, and I mean each line has 20 or more prints that she had to creatively think about, put it down, think about how the repeats were, you know, and then do all the mundane business stuff of running a shop. When your brain is wired for art, I don't know how they do it. You know, that's, I don't know how they do it. But bless their pea-picking hearts. So I know all those designers are now at the point, you know, because Nashville Market is happening lickety-split. So they're done with the designing part, the fun part for them, and they're entrenched in the business part of it. Ugh. Yeah, you gotta give them credit, you know. Okay, now we're back on track. Now we're back on track. There we go. All it takes is one miss, doesn't it? Yeah. G and I at home, we don't have cable, and so for, gosh, for several years, I guess, we are reading our news, and I'm not even doing that half the time. It's made me a happier person. You know, I do keep up on current events, and I do read a lot, so I don't have that problem. But here, there's a little television over there, and we don't have cable here either, but it picks up over the airwaves a few channels, you know, so it picks up one major network, which I've been having fun with because my favorite show, my absolute favorite show, which I haven't been able to watch in the last few years, in Sisters, is, unless I want to stream it, you know, go to the website on the laptop, and I guess I'm not motivated that way. But the one show that I really love, and I've been watching every week here, is America's Got Talent. Oh my gosh. Now, I know a lot of that is like fake drama or stuff, but I am just tickled by the variety of people and what they're willing to do or what their talent is. And there is this one guy, I am here to tell you, there's this one guy from, I believe he won the Philippines Got Talent show, and his voice is extraordinary, but in a very, very unusual way, because the range of his voice is that he can sing both the male baritone side and the female side, all out of his one body. And it sounds like there's two people or more singing. He can go back and forth and keep, I'm amazed at that. I'm amazed at his ability to do that. So I find watching that fun, but what I've had to do is turn off the television in the morning, because I'll turn it, like, sometimes I'll turn it on and it goes on, it'll be on the Today Show, and I find that I'm stressed, you know, it's stressful, and we're now full pedal to the metal into our political democracy in action, and sometimes it's hard to watch, sometimes it's just hard to watch, you know. But last night we watched on PBS Mrs. Fisher's Mysteries, I think it's called. You know, it's all reruns, but I sure do like it. So, not big TV watchers. We just don't have the time. And now, geez, I'm in the middle of watching Farm Girl. Oh, you know, her episode is 2 hours long, so I'm like, okay, I need to be stitching. Maybe that's why I've gotten so far on this, is because she's helping me. I sure do like her, and she loves all the same things I like. I mean, I think I would have been a farm girl given the right circumstances of life, but because I love those goats and her dogs, and it was so funny because she stopped in one video and went, she thought she heard coyotes. It was kind of funny because the other day a coyote crossed the road, and I'm telling you, that was one healthy coyote, pretty healthy. So I'm going to wrap it up now because I'm going to be going with my friend thrifting. And boy, I sure do love Beth Twist's Heartstring Samplery patterns. There's just, she really has a talent. So let's see. Oh, who knows? I might have it done by Valentine's, but then there's that issue on this trip. No fully finished items. No supplies to fully finish something. No, I don't want to buy the supplies and then have to figure out how to get them home. I don't want to leave the supplies here. So I will not be fully finishing anything while here. But I do like stitching with you. Thank you if you hung in there all this time with me. I was lonely. I was missing my girlfriends. See? But it was nice being with you. I hope you have a great week. I hope it's filled with some love and stitchy friends. And we'll see you the next time around.